Hi, I'm David Marsh, and one of the thoughts I have too when it comes to developing a total swimming experience is, we're so used to swimming in the still water of a pool that I think sometimes you take athletes, you put them in different environments. I think it can really help them to understand the overall aquatic experience. We're taking these land athletes and then turning them into aquatic athletes, and when you're looking at an opportunity like with an endless pool, the water is moving, and that moving water can really help the athlete to experience a sensation that they never get in still water. The ocean is much the same way. So a lot of swimmers will use the ocean waves to really learn how to feel the water when their body's surfing. Aaron Pearsall, Dana Vollmer, they talk about how they use that to experience the energy of the ocean and understand the power that's in the water. Well, the same thing here, to move a big body of water like the endless pool does, allows for an athlete to have a whole new and different and exciting experience. Okay, on backstroke in the endless pool, we don't have the mirrors to work with below, but the mirror function above is nice. But even without the mirror, it has value to it. And what we want to do is just work on the same as we do in freestyle, getting comfortable in that body position, then working on the rotation, then we'll add arms. So just kick on your back, get comfortable with where you put that mark, kick. I want your ears back in the water. Water should be at your goggle line, hips on the surface. Just a nice flowing kick, straight up and down, hands by your side. You see she's a little bit rigid. I like that she's followed instructions of putting her hands right there, but those hands are probably causing me a little more rigid. I want her hips a little closer to the surface. Head's good. Head's in a good position. Let your hands kind of drift down by the side because I think you're being a little bit rigid that way. And then I want your hips up on the surface if you can. Just keep flowing that kick like you are.
So hands here?
Yeah. No, hands just more down by your side just a little bit because I think you're being too rigid putting them here. Which you're following instructions, but I want you to just kind of relax them down by your side a little bit more. By elongating the spine. All right. Okay, now what we want to do is do a little bit more shaping. So you're in this position here with good posture, and I love that. Good thing. Now I want you to pull your posture in a little bit so that you shape more like the bottom of a boat. All this stuff pertains to you too. Okay, good. She's doing a little bit more shaping now. The hips up. Just telling you, get the hips up. You're shaping better, so shape in and then get the hips up. You ought to be very relaxed doing this as we go slow. On the backstroke, when we're doing backstroke, we want to be shaped in here and just be real comfortable with this rotation, this position, because this is like the bottom of a boat. Good posture here, and that's great. We want to live like this. But then for backstroke, we shape in a little bit here. So when we transition side to side, the water flows easily as it would in a kayak, kind of going back and forth a little bit. That's what we want to do in backstroke, is shape the bottom of our body like a kayak. All right, very nice. Now go into some nice smooth rotation. Coming up, and first come all the way over, and then I'll reduce it some. But start by coming all the way over.
Do you want me to rotate?
Rotate your hips and your shoulders all together. Yep. Okay, we're going to add a little rotation into this. Nice control. See, your hips have sank a lot more. When she's shifting, but now her hips have come up kind of nicely. That's good. All right, very nice. That's good. It's very good. In the endless pool, single arm doesn't work quite as well, but you can do it. But in single arm, a lot of times you'll find they'll be pushing over to the side. So I try to keep symmetry in the drills we do in the endless pool. So the next drill we're going to do is just a nice controlled double arm backstroke. And this is really going to work on setting the high position of the catch and grabbing water as high as she possibly can. So the same position you already had, nice body line, shaping, thumbs over, shift, and then go out and grab water and then push it by. Nice and controlled. We're speeding it up as we go here. The first see she has it. Now we're going to go a little bit faster. Gripping, pressing through. Good. Very nice. And now she's getting a nice high hold on the water. Okay, good. In the endless pool, usually the designs are something like this, where the front of it has a mechanism like this. Really, if you think about that, that's about a really good width for a lot of backstrokers to put their hands in. So if they're in the middle, they should really not hit these bars at all if they're entering properly. So one sign is if they're in the center and you happen to reach back and hit a bar, that means you're reaching a little bit too wide. And now we're gonna have her try to sensitize her to her high catch. So we're gonna have her hook her feet on the motor up top, and then she's gonna kind of elongate and swim, do her pulling pattern while she's going against the current to try to feel the resistance from the water and the current. I need to slow it down so that she can do that. Yeah, feet under a little bit, maybe more true position. So hook here, hips up, and now she's just feeling the water. This is good. This is revealing here on something. Let me see. Yeah, one of the things this is revealing, if this is her natural pull, she's pulling way too deep. Okay, what we want to do is pull within about 8 inches of the surface. She's down about 1.5 feet. The pulling pattern's pretty good, just too deep.
Like things happen, Dave, is that turns pusher, like when they're going this way, it pushes down this way.
That's good right there. Really nice. Nice thing about backstroke is you can talk to them with your hands in the endless pool and just kind of let them know what they're doing. That's really good. That's the proper depth right there. What do you feel like when you're swimming against the current and the arm is pushing back against the current?
I feel a lot of pressure, and I can really feel my catch.
All right, perfect. So I think one of the things you can do when they swim against the current with different scull patterns, or in this case in backstroke, it just sensitizes them to some different sensations than you ever get in flat water. In the backstroke stroke, you want to have a proper amount of bend in the elbow. Usually is about 110-degree angle. So if this is 90 degrees, if 90 degrees is more the thumb close into the body, we want to drop it out about halfway between straight up and all the way straight. We don't want to keep the arm straight like an oar. We want to have a little bit of a bend, and really the stronger you are, the more the hand can be out. If you're not quite as strong, you got to pull the hand in more toward a 90-degree angle and keep that thumb a little closer to the body. Going backstroke with using this to create their center line right over them, and then they're going to work around this. If they're bumping it, that means they're coming across their center line when they're recovering their hand. All right. You're out of the slipstream, so you want to be swimming with your face right there.
Okay.
Right there. Okay, go ahead and do it again. Now she has good symmetry in her stroke. But she's got a little bit of an overreach with this right hand. So now I'm going to drop this down here, and she's going to I'm just going to do a correction. So if I move the hand down there, it means move the hand further out.
Okay.
Okay, I'm starting here, and then I'm going to just bump it there to help you reach a little.
Okay.
Your right hand's a little overreaching. Okay. Straight on, good symmetry. She's made a good correction already. Very nice. Good rotation. She's corrected the width of her entry. All right, one more correction now is I'm going to go a little faster. Okay, when you finish here at the end, I want you to kind of push your other hip over. So when you finish, you extend on the stroke, you're going to go here to finish. You're actually going to push the hip, okay? So you're going to shift the hip with this hand. That's going to help you rotate quicker, okay? Little detail of the finish. It's pretty advanced detail to do this kind of shift. Shift that hip. All right, I like that little dance with the hip. That's really nice. All right. She thinks I'm correcting. All right, you feel that little shift, how it's helping you shift? That's really good. So that's a advanced move for you that will help you. Okay, listen, your turn, backstroke. These are junior national level backstrokers. Maybe national, but they're good backstrokers. But still plenty of things to improve on. I'll tell her to move back. Are you trying to do the same correction with a hand, shifting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. That's good. That's kind of cool. You did that so quick. All right, now I want you to kick and rotate, and kick up toward here. I'm going to grab your head. I'm going to hold your head as you rotate. I got to slow it down first. Just to emphasize the steady head position. So you can never do this in a regular pool, but as Alyssa kicks up here, I'm going to, as she kicks up here, as she kicks up here, as she kicks up here, I'm going to hold her head in position. Then she's going to rotate. And she gets the feeling that her head should stay still in the stroke. And I could slide it down some or lift it up some, however I wanted to do, but I think that's a good position right there. I'm just kind of serving as the pillow. We talk about the head position being resting back in a soft pillow. I'm just that pillow right now for her. I'm just holding her head in that position as she rotates around it.